Let's leave Brazil and the 125s and head for Italy and round one of the 500 class. At the circuit of Mantova, magnificently prepared. Rob Herring looking well prepared. He's on the RWJ Honda, which is the 250 space frame with a 500 motor grafted into it, and Rob Herring seems well suited to that. Bartolini, of course, on the 4-stroke Yamaha. SMETS is there, Eckenbach is there, the King brothers are there, and so is the world and his brother. Bike number 10, Eckenbach on the Husky. He gets the whole shot, and he knows that the 500 class for 1998 is going to be a very, very competitive class. Yamaha introduced their 4-stroke last year. Husky looking good, Husaberg looking good, and of course the incredible YZM 400s. All over the world they have been a sensation. Robbie Herring decided to put a 500 2-stroke motor into a 250 frame. All around the UK he's looked very, very good, and already today we see Robbie Herring number 99 on the RWJ Honda, passing people very, very quickly. And if Rob Herring can ever get his act together, it could well be on a 500. He's always been capable of riding a big bike very, very quickly, but he knows that he's in with the world's best. Joel SMETS carrying the number 1 plate from last year, but out of the gate it was Eckenbach on the Husky that got away first, Bartolini on the Yamaha. If that bike proves to be as reliable as it was last year, and I'm sure they've done development on it since, it will be very, very good. Robbie Herring getting the power down very, very quickly. That's an incredible hybrid machine. And then number 5, that's Bartolini, and just around the corner he will get the pit board that says you are now up front. He is now the race leader, so he has got through very, very quickly indeed. Number 10, Eckenbach on the Husky, has gone to second, and behind him the work carries on. Rob Herring putting in a good day's work, and then we'll pick up some race numbers behind them as well. Daryll King there, Shane King, Peter Johansson we saw briefly as well. He's still making progress. But it's all about one man at the moment, and that's Bartolini on this sensationally quick machine. Joel SMETS, don't worry about him. As the season progresses, Joel SMETS just slots them in, and he'll be up on the podium many, many times. That is the Yamaha that has proved so dominant around the world, from American Supercross to enduro racing all over the world. It really has been incredible. Rob Herring up and over, he goes yet again. That's the man that they're shouting for. It's the 4-stroke Yamaha. Came onto the scene last year and has just been a blinder of a machine. So Bartolini at the moment leading the first of the 500 GPs. Rob Herring with his head down. This is a big, big handful of a bike to run. He knows he's got to chase these 4-strokes all around the world this year if he wants to be in there. But he can jump with the best in the world, and I'm sure Rob Herring more than capable of getting that RWJ Honda up onto the podium many, many times in 1998. Number 2, Daryll King on the Husky. That will gladden the hearts of all the New Zealand supporters. More than capable of putting in a good day. And then we'll pick up who else is going to get a good result. Shane King. He is on the KTM. He's had some early pre-season problems, but he seems to have got it right now. But he knows that the Yamahas are going to be a very, very hard act to follow. Well, the lap boards have gone out, that they have 1 lap remaining. The race order is Bartolini up front, Daryll King has gone to second, Robbie Herring on the RWJ Honda has gone to third, and that might well be good enough. Podium on the first race of the year. That's the sort of motivation that Robbie needs. Good enough. Well, look at the excitement. Bartolini takes it. Daryll King will get second, and Robbie Herring third overall in heat number 1. Well, on to heat 2, and who is it going to be this time? The man that went missing in race number 1 was Joel SMETS. He had a mechanical problem, but I'm quite sure he'll be back. The winner of heat number 1, that is the man, Mr. Bartolini, on the Yamaha 400. Next to him, number 7, that's Van Doorn. Robbie Herring should be down next. There's Robbie Herring, RWJ Silkeleen, number 99 on the Honda. Van Doorn's up in his right place. That's the man that went missing. That is Joel SMETS, 1997 world champion, and I'm sure he'll be back with a vengeance. 40 bikes take to the straightaway. into the first corner. Well, I'm quite sure that Bartolini's there. I saw Herring come into the corner. There's Bartolini. Well, Joel SMETS is there. Robbie Herring, who we said can jump with the best in the world, just went sailing past Joel SMETS. So Bartolini goes to the front. Robbie Herring of the UK, riding for the RWJ Honda team, and a very, very professional team it is. They'll know that they have turned out the best that money can buy. Robbie Herring's got a job of work to do. They've now got the world champion on the Husaberg into third spot, and Herring's pits will soon be telling him, you know exactly who you've got behind him. And if Herring can get the motivation that is sometimes sadly lacking, and I've watched him race from 7 years of age, on a good day he'll run with the best in the world, but if he has a bad day, you all want to run away and hide. Well, listen to the hooters. Those hooters are all for Bartolini and for Yamaha, but Robbie Herring is not letting him get away. This is an interesting situation because Honda do not have a 500 four-stroke. RWJ Honda have done all their own homegrown engineering, and they put a 500 two-stroke motor into the 250 frame, and certainly it's working well at the moment. And if anybody can get it up there, Robbie Herring would like to do it. Colin Reid and his men quite happy to try any sort of experimental work, and they've certainly done it well. We've seen that bike over the winter in local championship races. Very, very quick. Now Robbie Herring right on the back wheel. Bartolini has got a rear view mirror full of the ex-South African. Robbie Herring, now living and riding for the last 12, 14 years almost, out of the UK. Many, many championships under his belt. Robbie Herring goes to the front. Well, Bartolini says, you can lead for a while, I'll have a breather. But he's also got another man coming through. That's Joel SMETS. So we've got Honda. Behind him we've got Yamaha. Then we've got Husaberg. Well, this will certainly mix things up. If Robbie Herring can get a win in the second heat of the day, what a start to the 500 season for that man and for RWJ Honda. Well, Robbie Herring has got the fitness. I just wonder, as long as his brain doesn't fade and he can just stay focused on what he's doing, he will know that he's got Bartolini behind him, the winner of race 1. He's got SMETS behind him. He's got Daryll King. And then, of course, somewhere in that flying pack, they've got the ex-world champion Shane King on the KTM. We can't pick up number 3 at the moment, but I'm sure he's in there somewhere. They are getting closer and closer. Peter Johansson coming into the frame now as well. I think Bartolini may well have himself a problem, because they are starting to pull on him. SMETS and Herring are going away. Well, Peter Johansson is coming through very, very quickly indeed. I think it's SMETS that's on the gas at the moment. SMETS has gone ahead. SMETS has gone ahead of Herring. Then it's Peter Johansson. So all of a sudden we've got a whole lot of positional changes. I think that Bartolini has got a problem. It would appear from pitboard that he has some sort of mechanical problem. We'll wait and get an opinion on that. Van Doorn is coming through. Peter Johansson certainly is now going very, very quickly. Robbie Herring is falling back. It could just be tiredness. Joel SMETS is going to take the win. Joel SMETS has done enough. Behind him will be Peter Johansson, then Van Doorn, then Bartolini, and then Robbie Herring. And I think Bartolini has done enough to take the podium.